apostle, all pristine and so awful. Know thyself, the father from my aunt capstone, ripped the ground, we put it back to top. See some real engineering, really no indigenous blackstone from the next planet. Still you have no talk, just a stick faggot. Batman still up in the cave, he got some sick gadgets. Nigga rich run the whole city with no power till the apocalypse now. In the door coward, red flag make a 7 as it raised. The flag above many that has waved. Self I'm here to say, I'm an all-neck, got a lot of lip, chopped up to say back up. You see the red flag waving, red tax saving, red green that I mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal of pristine and so off. Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green what that mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal and I'm seeing some cordial.
My value representation. This flag represents a nation, collecting information, tracing our roots, not chasing, pacing our progress, doing more, saying less. Black, white, gray, MSF, RMG in our breath. The depth of what we do is best presented by how we grew. What's true is ear of the beholder to prove answers question over. Some call it closure, I prefer to say we open since we still scoping for knowledge and others now awoken. Open little to not, prefer work, plan, plot, strategize to maximize the probability we saw caught between honor and a smart place. The decisions that we make, ripple effects, monitor, bring, still I appreciate.
Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green that I mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal of pristine and so off. Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green what that mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal. I'm obscene, some cordial.
50,000-year-old ancestral claiming, flag in the ground, hear the flapping fabric sound. Red for the bloodshed of celestial realms. When all you see is feathers and turbans, be overwhelmed. Standing on the squares, independent and fearless. From lower self to higher self, with no interference. 5-point star is her. We call her Venus. My niggas are Nagas. Inappropriate persona genius. In 3, 5, or 7 plus. Whenever you see us, Moorish national disciples, Prophet Ali and Jesus, Muhammad, Bulla, Confucius. The same frequencies preceding all man-made religions. Displaying decency. Secret teaching of the ages. The heart is where the life is. Osiris is Orion, Horus, Mars, Sirius, Isis. Clear conceptions of your work during a crisis. Rep my flag, tell them dust or the husk is lifeless. Rep my flag, red, green, 5-point star, no gold fringes. Stand on my square, no liberty infringes. No rights violated, no Negroes emancipated. All they know is castrated and decapitated. Red flag. 5-point star.
Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green that I mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal of pristine and so off. Red flag waving, red tax saving, red green what that mean Moorish lands burning. Who got claim Elvin? Not the name MJ. Flushing green was the postal. I'm obscene, some cordial tops turban.
It's law, boys. If you got any questions, you could put them in the chat. Any questions at all. Just wanted to make it known. R.I.P. to Bunny Wailer. Who, you could go look it up. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Stir It Up, live performance, and Bunny Wailer has his fez on. For all the Jamaicans out there playing like they don't know nothing about Moors and they're not Moors and all that. You're gonna rep for some Wailers though. You're definitely gonna rep for some Wailers and some Bob Marley and all that. So you start talking about Moors, oh, you don't want anything to do with that. You ever wonder why? Why you want nothing to do with it and everybody else does? How come everybody else wants something to do with it, but our people don't? Right? You see him in the back there. Asian guy who's supposedly the racist against the black guys, and racism going on because the black guys are doing stuff to the Asians or whatever. Yeah, they have a right to damn complain, because these niggers don't want to know themselves. There's an Asian guy right there with a fez on. But these niggers don't want to know themselves. And then they want to get mad when they get rejected. And people treat our people like BS. And then they're not looking at the Moors. We don't know what we're talking about. We're sovereign citizens and all this. We're going to get arrested because we're being Moors. But drug dealers get arrested every day. And pedophiles and criminals and whatever, they get arrested every day. Now he talking about them. So there's something missing with our people. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Dogs of God. Under these precepts, only 3 continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, were believed to exist. The Indian Ocean was presumed an inland sea. Africa, an island, whose vast central part was desert, a land uninhabitable from the heat. As the 15th century began, the furthest point on the African coast known to Europe was Cape Bojador, in what is today southern Morocco. Common lore suggests that white man who ventured beyond the Rio de Oro in Cape Bojador would be changed into a black man as God's punishment for impious prying. How? How? This is their perspectives. The modern European perspective, Africa's an island. Africa's an island. And if you go to that place over there, you might come back black. Right? The mind of the child creating illusionary things in order to, try to make themselves look some type of way. The world itself was shaped like a pear. The concept of the heavens was bound up with theories about the 12 pillars of the zodiac and the 28 mansions of the moon. The world itself was shaped like a pear, upon whose protruding stem lay the Garden of Paradise. To the west was the green sea of darkness, where any adventurer foolish enough to hazard was sure to be swallowed up by the terrible oceanic whirlpools. Right? So this is a mindset that they had. So we want to bring this so you can understand how they took things based in their mindset. They took things based in where their mindset's at to create their reality. Right? Remember, this is about how, because of their impious prying, you're going where you're not supposed to go, talking how you're not supposed to talk, pretending like you know something. And then that mindset being transferred to the Aboriginal indigenous people who don't know their self. So once they have them in that loop psychologically, everything that they do is based on that point of taking what they used to do and bringing it into a modern time. And you're not even going to know the difference because you're not thinking. And you look at Moors, because we got books and stuff like that, like we don't know what we're talking about anymore. You tell any Moor, any active Moor, you tell them, right? You tell them somebody wants to debate them, right? On the day of the debate, the Moor is not coming there with some plug-in some USB. The Moor is coming with the suitcase of all the books to show you, because we don't deal with pictures and spinning stuff before your video and all that stuff. We deal with what are the facts? What is the documented evidence that we can use to show people? Because they don't want to, they got shot in the street, murdered, their body laying there, they still don't get it. 2 guys on a truck murder a guy jogging, they still don't get it. Sister in her car talking about rights or whatever like that, they still don't get it. And it's all because they're looking at this thing completely wrong. The European mindset is retroactive because they don't have a history. So all they could do is go back to what they know. They don't know anything other than what they know. But the difference is that Moors know what they know. So they're not pulling no game on Moors. They're only pull game on the dumb public who doesn't want to take the position that the Moors are taking. So remember, we're talking about the retroactive thought of these people. Them taking that thought, transferring it to others, so others think like them, so they don't have to put any energy towards that. That's going to be self-refueling. And they can go over here and do some other stuff over here. And then once they get that one going, then they just retroact. Go back, find something, bring it up to this time. Okay, we're going to do this, and then say that this is the right? A proclamation of the laws and regulations to be followed by magistrates and secular officials against heretics and their accomplices and protectors. Innocent the bishop, servant of the servants of God, to his beloved sons, the heads of state or rulers, ministers, and citizens established in the states and the districts of Lombardy, Riviera, Marchina, Terracina, salvation, and an apostolic benediction. Apostolic benediction. To root up from the midst of Christian people the weed of heretical wickedness, which infests the healthy plants more than it formerly did. Pouring out licentiousness through the offices of the enemy of mankind, in this age the more eagerly and more dangerously we overlook the manner in which this weed runs riot among the Catholic growth. Desiring then that the sons of the Church and the fervent adherents of the Orthodox faith rise up and make their stand against the artificers of this kind of evil doing, we hereby bring forth to be followed by you as the loyal defenders of the faith with exact care these regulations contained serially in the following document for the rooting up of the plague of heresy. In what we gave to your community in apostolical writings amounting to regulations that we wrote for your legal codes, never at any time to be repealed, making war according to these regulations against all heresy which rears its head above the Holy Church, you have come forward without stint. However, I have sent a letter to my beloved sons, the Dominican priors, provincials, and inquisitors, into heretical wickedness, commanding each of you that you compel recalcitrant individuals by your excommunication and countries by your interdict to submit to these new regulations. Bulla ad Extirpanda, 1252. The laws and regulations then are as follows. Law 8. And both the aforesaid 12 men and their aforesaid servants and notaries, whether acting as a group or singly, shall in all the belongings of their office have full command, backed by the executive and punitive power of the state. Law 9. The head of state or ruler is obliged to treat as fixed and unrepealable all precepts which their office shall require them to utter, and to punish those who fail to conform to these precepts. That's Natalie they're talking about. That's Rami they're talking about. The ones that conform to the precepts that have been created by those who were against what they call heretics, which is really Moors. It's another misnomer. Because the heretics were the ones whose land they were in. And here comes the colonizer with their Bible and their holy book and their God and their whatever else that they're bringing to try to tell the indigenous people what's what. If the said officials shall at any time receive any damage, either in their persons or their goods, as a result of the performance of their duties, they shall be saved harmless by means of a full restitution. Isn't that these highwaymen that's murdering people and getting off? Isn't that all these highwaymen? How come they get off? How come they can just kill our people and get off? Because when it's the inquisition of the Moors, what applies is the papal edicts, the bullas from the Pope. There ain't no court of law that's judging you during the Inquisition. It's the church doing it. There's not some government doing it. This is why Noble Drew Ali told all these Moors give back Christianity. Not because we hate it or whatever like that. Because the truth of the matter is that it has nothing to do with you. It was used to conquer you. And then you're following that and you're telling us that we're wrong when we tell you you have Stockholm Syndrome. No, you don't. You're just mad because Noble Drew Ali, Aquarian, Gospel, and all this. Not even paying attention to what Moors are saying. Seeing it in your face from Moors, and you're still caught up. Don't even know what you're looking at. Don't worry. You're going to learn. At the point of a sword, with maggots falling out of you, and you want to die and can't die. And then you're going to realize that the Moors were right the whole time. The whole time the Moors were right. Just like everybody else. Realize late. And we've been telling you. Law 14. And beyond that, they shall seize 1/3 of the heretic's property. 1/3 of the fines to which the heretic shall be sentenced shall go to the lesser officials who must content themselves with this pay. Isn't that the highwayman who's saying, yeah, let's go plant some drugs and guns in the community so that the crime could go up so we can create jobs. And then when we create these jobs, we're only going to hire Europeans, we're not going to hire any black guys in here. Yeah, you got to shave, get a haircut. Yep, you pull those pants up. You're going to be our nigger. Not going to be in here doing what you want to do. And of course, after they kick in the door or whatever like that, everything that's in there, you know, these guys have dibbings. They have little, you know, take-home memorabilia from the raid. There might be 50 grand. You know. We know people got raided. And people were leaving with vests full of stuff. Like, you know the vests? And then you could sort of see them put their hands in there and pretend like they're resting. No, that's the hiding spot when they go for the raids. So they set it up so that it works in their favor. And then, of course, the Negro black colored guy, even though there's a union, he's still not even getting what he's supposed to get. A nigger scratched in his locker and all that stuff still today. Right. Law 18. If one of these officials, faithless and falsely, exceeds the limits of his authority to give aid and comfort to persons in custody on heresy charges, besides everlasting infamy, which, as a protector of the heretics, he shall incur, he shall be punished by the head of state or ruler, according to the sentence of the aforesaid diocesan and monastic orders of the place. Isn't that going on right now? Isn't it going on right now that people who are trying to, you know, be a good example and do right and whatever like that, get nothing but, you know, evil to make you be somebody. And anybody who's trying to do good, anyone who's trying to look after others who maybe can't do for themselves, books thrown at them and all that. Right? They get punished severely because they're going against the order that created them. Law 20. Whoever shall have the audacity to arrange the escape from custody of a male or female heretic, or shall try to prevent the arrest of such a person, or shall prevent the entry of an official into any house, or tower, or any place to hinder arrest, or prevent the gathering of evidence concerning such persons, shall have all his goods according to the law at Papal, when Frederick was emperor there, co-signed to the state in perpetuity, and the house that was barred against the official shall be leveled with the ground, and its rebuilding prohibited, and the belongings found therein shall be awarded to the officials making the arrest. And if the heretics are found as a result of this prohibition of special preventative measure, the borough shall forfeit to the state 200 pounds, localities both of the boroughs and the state 50 imperials, unless within 3 days, and would be liberator or liberators of the heretics are brought before the head of state for this personal interview. Belongings found therein shall be awarded to the officials for making the arrest. That's not NYPD whatever, that's Spanish Inquisition. That's Inquisition against the Moors. That's the Catholic Christians versus the Moors. And the Jews who are Moors too. And the Jews sold out. That's why they have their position that they got right now. Because during the time of when the Moors were ruling, the Jews were part of the sellout too. We're not talking about some Europeans or whatever like that. We're talking about Asiatics, dark-skinned people. I'm not talking about some people you see in Israel right now. We're talking about people who were ruling this side. And people who were ruling over on that side. Law 21. Above all, the head of state or ruler must hold all male and female heretics who shall be arrested from this date in the custody of Catholic men appointed by the Diocesan, if there is one, and the above-mentioned monastic orders, in a safe and secure prison set aside for them, in which only they will be held, away from thieves and violators of the secular criminal code, till their cases are decided, expenses to be paid by the state or the administrative district. That's still the same stuff that they have today, administrative courts. And then the court, where are the courts at? They're in a city. What city? That's not a corpse. Oh, you thought municipality had something to do with you? Highly mistaken. And it's all because you don't know your history. And remember, this is not what Moors are saying, so don't come debating Moors. Go debate Innocentius the Fourth. Ad Extirpanda. AD EXTIRPANDA. Law 25. The head of state or ruler must force all the heretics whom he has in his custody, provided he does so without killing them or breaking their arms or legs, as actual robbers and murderers of souls and thieves of the sacraments of God and Christian faith, to confess their errors and accuse other heretics whom they know, and specify their motives, and those whom they have seduced, and those who have lodged them and defended them, as thieves and robbers of material goods are made to accuse their accomplices and confess the crimes they have committed. Isn't that interrogation? Isn't that the stuff that they do right now? Well, you thought that was some police academy stuff? No, that's Spanish Inquisition against the Moors. It's Spanish Inquisition against the Moors, 2021. The new name on it, new face on it. Right, the heretics they're trying to get rid of. Law 26. And the house in which a male or female heretic shall be discovered shall be leveled with the ground, never to be rebuilt, unless it is the master of the house who shall have arranged the discovery of the heretics. And if the master of the house owns other houses in the same neighborhood, all of the other houses shall in like manner be destroyed, and the goods that shall be found in the house and the others related to it shall be dispersed to the populace, and shall belong to whoever carries them off, unless the removers shall be appointed by law. Above all, the master of the house, besides incurring eternal infamy, must pay the government or locality 50 pounds imperial in coin. If unable to pay, he shall suffer life imprisonment. The borough where the heretics are arrested or discovered shall pay the government of the state 100 pounds, and a manor shall pay 50, and the regions adjoining manors and states 50. Isn't that taxing you to death like they're doing to you right now? They just keep doing Spanish Inquisition over and over and over again. And our people don't get it. This is from the 1200s. They're still doing this right now to our people. Why? Because they don't want to know themselves. They want to be conversos. They want to be Moriscos. They don't want to know that they're the heirs to the vast estate. They want to be conversos and Moriscos. They want to try to come and debate Moors. Or try to tell Moors something like you could tell Moors something. Where's your library? Let's go to your house. Let me see how much books you got at your house. Let me go to your house and see PlayStation and Xbox and all that stuff, talking about conscious whatever. Let me see your library. Law 27. Whoever shall be caught giving any male or female heretic counsel, help, or favor, besides the other punishments mentioned duly in their logical places in other passages of this decree, shall become infamous by the same law. Actually, honors the prodigy and mob beat, because they said infamy in this and they said infamous in this. And then that just jogged my memory of Mobb Deep. Whoever shall be caught giving any male or female heretic counsel, help, or favor, besides the other punishments mentioned duly in their logical places in other passages of this decree, shall become infamous by the same law, and shall be admitted neither to public office, or public affairs, or the election of persons to these, nor may he testify in a legal process. To that extent shall his incapacity to testify go, that he shall neither bequeath legacies to heirs, nor inherit them himself. No one shall be compelled to respond to any business dealings initiated by him, but he shall be so compelled by others. If he be by chance a judge, his sentence shall prove nothing, nor shall he hear any case. If he be an attorney, his defense in court will never be allowed to prevail. If he be a notary, the legal documents drawn up by him shall be utterly without validity. Those who give ear to the false doctrines of heretics shall be punished like heretics. Those who give ear to the false doctrines of the heretics shall be punished like the heretics. Doesn't that sound just like these people who say Moors are sovereign citizens? Doesn't sound just like them? SPLC. Doesn't sound just like these Moors who tell people that other Moors are sovereign citizens. The false doctrines of heretics. Those people are working for the Inquisition. Because they don't want to get punished like heretics. Because the heretics are the true and faithful Moors. The ones who stood true to the cause. Even at death. This is praise due to Allah. They stay true to a cause. Arm leg, leg, arm head. I, self, law, and master. Law 28. The head of state or ruler shall cause the names of all men rendered infamous by heresy. Okay, we have to just do this because since they're playing games.
Jamaica. According to the concise Oxford Dictionary, Oxford University Press, Amen House, London, EC4, Oxford University Press, 1964, page 650. The word Jamaica. Now, in brackets, rum made in. Sacrificial ritual we do as the sacrifice for not being concise, precision not precise. Study was avoided, study yourself left. You got it fucked if being a Moor is with no holy breath. Still in the belief, no fruition in sight. Too much pride to pick your fights, tarot cards stay right. Natal charts reveal more than Revelations verses. Canaanite temple worship, reverse hand curses. Land searches, resident world and heaven Moors won't ask. Being Moors for popularity like a damn jackass. Fame gone to their head, mobility dead. 7 sins running rampant in their thoughts instead. Moors. eyes looking crooked with a needle and a pen sign. Wait, you heard that bell? Time for dinner. Demons got me slow cooking with a banner that's a false flag. Wasn't trained that well. Not one, but a 25. Skills is off. Three face of a dude that's a shell. Bedroom got a toilet, can't flush after 12. Doors wide open. Introducing the lies, you can't move. Love life of the diamonds, guns and guns. Give it all up, your birthright, now you have none, you stay less. Moors. Scared to walk through the door. Moors. Scared to walk through the door.
Law 28. Law 28. The god of state or ruler must cause the names of all men rendered infamous by heresy or under a statute of outlawry for it to be written in a consistent form and manner in 4 books, of which one shall go to the state or local government, another to the diocesan bishop, the third to the Dominican friars, and the fourth to the Franciscans, and the names of these persons are to be read aloud 3 times a year in a solemn public ceremony. The head of state, isn't that the same thing they're doing right now? Where they have all these different pockets of people trying to make you think that Moors are sovereign citizens, including people who are Moors. And you just go on Canaanland Moors and just go on the video with the lawyer and just go in the comments and see how crazy it is, them trying to make us look like heretics because we're dealing with truth. And truth stands on its own. You don't need me. Truth is there. Truth is gonna be there. Everything's retrograde. Law 29. The head of state or ruler must carefully investigate the sons and grandsons of heretics, and those who have lodged them, defended them, and given them aid, and in the future admit them to no public affairs or public office. Right? That's why it's always traitors that's in public office for these people. The people who quote unquote are ruling. You don't notice? You didn't realize? You really didn't realize. These people are playing the same games over and over again. That's all they have. That's all. Law 34. If anyone tries to abolish, reduce, or change any of these statutes without particular authority from the Apostolic See, the head of state or ruler presiding at the time over the state or district must, according to the prescribed form, render him infamous. Oh my gosh, they're killing me right now. You really want it like that, bro? Like you're just because you just want your way. You just want your way, huh? You just want your way.
And conscious means that you're conscious of what's going on in this world. You're fully aware and awake to what's going on in the world. That's what conscious rap means. So if you got conscious rap, that means you got unconscious rap. That means you got motherfuckers that's unconscious rapping. That means they sleeping. They still under the spell of Leviathan. They still under the spell of King.
Call me brother man, I'm not the rubber man. Though I keep my Nazis in affairs wrapped with some rubber bands. Burning out the Ku Klux Klan and Wizard Grand American misters. Just butts of guns I'm giving. Trying to make more sovereign citizens, these minions. Help kill your prophet, stole your treasury millions. You heard it from your brother man, not a smother sellout. Sets links in K2 Kush days, keep me red out. I got the knowledge to make these silly hoes question the pimping directors of music videos. Gaylords and persons with strap-on boots with heels. Too much graphic art faces, boobs are not real. Since MCM and Troop, they use Timberland boots to get us all caught up in fashion, not the simple men roots. Got our people on dogmatic, not metaphysic. Exoteric, not esoteric is how you missed it. So out of it you couldn't feel the natural mystic blowing through the air like it didn't give a shit. I hear the dirty Moors dissing, cause I said profanities. A lot of these grand sheiks need to take off the panties. Pull the thong out your crack vest wearing sash ass nigga. Return to where the prophet found you Negro, what's that nigga?
It's time to choose a side. You're either positive or you negative. You're either evil or you good. You understand what I'm saying? Choose a side, nigga. I know what side I'm on.
I throw a Molotov at the priest that works for the beast. All they want is our people to rest in peace. No intention of allowing more stress to ease. Cracker won't go home to spread himself the disease. Genocidal epidemic kill us in high proportions. Instead of mummified, we stay boxed in coffins. Mayors attend funerals for PR purposes. Where's the police escort? He replied with nervousness. He said, I don't have those numbers or connections to have Metro Police lead your friend's funeral procession. That's coming from Mr. Mayor, black community player. No question in the hoods dropping off boxes of weapons. Then blame black on black crime or natural causes. Plus those doctors are not on point but off a bit. Natural mystics prove they're not holistic. Hypocrite oaths make your children autistic.
I'm at the point now, I'm saying, I'm tired of mixing the medicine with the food. I'm tired of playing that game. Now I'm shoving straight medicine down your fucking throat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight doses of medicine is getting shoved down your throat. I don't give a fuck if it turns you off or not. But if it do turn you off, then you're a stupid, ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Law 34. If anyone tries to abolish, reduce, or change any of these statutes without particular authority from the apostolic see, the head of state or ruler presiding at that time over the state or district must, according to the prescribed form, render him infamous as a public advocate and patron of heretics, and fine him 50 imperials in coin, which if the head of state is unable to collect, he shall declare him an outlaw, a brand not to be removed till the twice of the sum is paid over. So this is what they're doing to their own. Same stuff going on. Soon as one of their boys tries to do something crazy, here comes the sex tape. Here comes the, oh, he dresses in drag. Here comes the something to try to let you know something else is going on. But don't fall for it. All of it is part of what they've been doing, because it's constantly an inquisition of the Moors. It's nothing else going on other than inquisition of the Moors. That's what's going on. There's nothing else happening. Everything is about, it's the inquisition on the Moors. Are the Moors going to wake up and realize that Negro black colored so inquisition could stop on them? Or is this stuff going to continue? And by the looks of it, you know, if people are more interested in silhouette challenge than know thyself challenge, then it's already done. If there could be sports right now with nobody in the stands right now, and you still don't think that this is reality TV, Truman Show, you better go knock the sky and see it. You better make sure that's the sky you're seeing. Just reach out and touch the tree just to make sure that that's what it is. Just check. Just check. Just check. Because if your hand goes through it, then you know something's up. It's all about getting the people's mind. Like, think about it. If the people have the mind of their oppressor, wouldn't they perpetually be oppressed? Nobujwali told the Moors, go back to the mindset of your foremothers and forefathers. Clearly that mindset is not going to be European and tainted with any type of European thought or psychology or whatever. It's going to be organic. It's not going to be the inquisition on yourself. It's going to be coming from a whole different place. A whole different thought stream you're going to be dipping into. Now, that's only going to happen with the ones who want to know. Because Moors already got this. You're late. 2021, you're still riding the fence. You don't know if you're a Moor and all that stuff. You're late. Super late. Super duper late. The boat, they left the dock 20 times. Then the 21st time talking about, yeah, we made it. No, you didn't. You're late. You know, so clean this boat up, because when you get to the other side, you're coming back with it to get whoever else. We have more important stuff to do over here, since you're late. So honors to the Moors who know about their nationality and birthrights, and they got the boat. They're on it right now. And the boat's always moored to the land, so people could find their way. It's foggy out here. You start going in shallow waters, don't complain. You can't have your way. You had your way and it went nowhere. All the Negro, black, colored stuff you've been doing for generations did nothing. Like somebody coming up to, yeah, we should do the Million More March. Million More March where? Where are you marching to? The Million More March. What are you marching for? What you did something? What do you do that you need to be marching wherever? You're just marching. You know you want something to do. Don't do that. Go start a school. Help save some of these children from foster care getting fondled by pedophiles. Help some of these children under these little programs that have them having to take whatever because their parents telling them to take it and all that. You already know it's BS. Late work been put in. So when you grab the gospel plow, just remember it's 500 acres. And if you touch it, you can't take your hand off it if you touch it. So you better check yourself. Because nothing's falling on the Moors when you don't do what you're supposed to do. It's all falling on you. You have been known that you're supposed to do what you're supposed to be doing. But nah, you want to play Negro black games. Moors trying to put you on some knowledge. Because really, knowledge is power. So if knowledge is power, then maybe you should be getting the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Oh, yeah. That's an easy equation. No. You want to do that. It's also about getting knowledge every day. I don't care what else you got to do. Just make sure you know more than you knew yesterday. Make sure you know something more than you knew yesterday. If you don't know anything more than you knew yesterday, there's problems. You might be caught in a loop. Because the bottom line is, this is your sojourn. So yes, we are a nation and all that stuff, but this is your sojourn. You have your stuff to walk. You said you're a Moor, and there's a path there for you. It's already there. It's going as far as your eyes can see is where the path goes. Once you know more than you knew yesterday, you're going in the right direction. Because knowledge is infinite. You're never going to get enough. No matter how much you get, you're not going to have enough. There's that much information. Different languages and all that. Like, information's crazy. Information highway is like real. That stuff they got, say internet. No, information highway is the connection to the Akashic. That's the information highway. Right? And again, always jacking people's stuff and make their own stuff, and then everybody fall into the stuff that was made, not just deal with the foundation. Which again, Noble Drew Ali, who's the man, told these people, go back to the mindset of the ancient foremothers and forefathers. And once you do that, you realize that, oh, man is mind, the man is spirit, not the flesh and all this stuff. Then you realize, oh, okay. All right. But everybody has their path to walk. So walk your path. You know that as a Negro black color or whatever like that, path is in the going down in the gully somewhere and all that stuff. Hearing noises you don't want to hear. But you get some Moorish nationality as your compass while you're traversing this information highway. Whole different world. Whole different world. So just remember, these people, everything that they're doing, they did it already, and they did it against you. So they're not that smart. They have people who look like us working with them. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the mothers. Study, study, study. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali for all the work that he did. And honors to all Moors worldwide. They're still crazy. Moors are worldwide. Feathers and turbans worldwide. That's what's up. Islam, Moors,